Hi, today I am going to show you how to work into both sides of a starting chain. What you'll need is your yarn for your project, your hook, and a stitch marker. So the first thing we're going to do is make our starting chain. So you start with your knot, insert your hook in there, and then make the number of chains that your pattern calls for. Okay, so now we have our starting chain. There's a couple different ways to do this. We're going to be starting in the second chain from the hook, which is this one right here. And you can either go into one loop, like so, or into two loops, like so. I prefer to do two loops, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. And I'm going to be working a single crochet into that second chain from the hook. And this is when you need your stitch marker. I find it to be very helpful to have that first single crochet marked. So when I come back around to it, I know exactly where it is and there's no guesswork. So that's one. And then I'm going to work into each chain just like I normally would. Okay, so I'm just about at the end here. I've got 3 more chains. So I'm going to go into 1, 2 more, and then in this end chain, this is where things get a little bit different. Okay, so in that last chain, instead of just working a single crochet, I'm going to be working 4 single crochets, and you're going to have to refer to your own pattern and make sure that's how many it calls for. And you'll see as I squeeze all 4 of these stitches into the same chain, it's 2, 3, and 4, it kind of naturally curves around. So now the stitches that I just worked are on the bottom and the back of the chain is up on the top here. So it just curved around. So now I'm all set up to work on the other side of the chain. And I usually just let that tail rest in there and I'm going to cover it up with my new stitches. Now if you only worked in one loop the first time down the chain, you're going to have 2 empty loops on this side and you'll just be working into both of those loops. But if you, like I did, worked into 2 loops already, then you only have 1 here. And so you're going to insert your hook into that 1 loop on the back of the chain and work a crochet like so. So there's that little loop and you insert your hook right in there. Oops, without splitting the yarn, hopefully. So I'm going to get that tail out of your way just so that we can see it a little bit better and go right into the next loop right there. You can see how we're building up the 2 rows of stitches back to back there with the starting chain right down the middle. And this just makes a really nice, neat start to a piece that you want to be long rather than round. Okay, I'm getting near the end here. So now we marked that first single crochet, and so you want to see which stitch it's worked into, which is sometimes a little bit tricky to see, but right there I think is the empty loop on the other side of it. So I'm going to be working 3 into the other side of that loop because I've already worked the first stitch into the front of that loop. So that's a total of 3 stitches on the other side for a total of 4, and you can see there's that first single crochet in that same chain for a total of 4 that curves around the end, just like we curved around this end over here. So at this point I'm going to take out that stitch marker without losing sight of that stitch, and because my pattern works in the round, I am going to be doing a single crochet right into that stitch. If you need to join, you'll be doing a slip stitch into there, and then your chain, and you can continue working as usual. And that is all there is to it. Thanks for watching.